What's next? Sometimes I wonder if all social media is a big setup. On my Facebooks, there was someone trying to identify it was a mink. They want to know if it was a fisher cat. And they said they took the picture at an Audubon preserve site. And they mentioned it. And someone else said, oh, the Audubon Society is open. And of course, all of them are closed. And honestly, I think it was just a manipulation, because it was an argument over, well, the Audubon sites are closed. They shouldn't have been there. To wait, if the Audubon sites are closed, then the members should basically be able to get reimbursed for their membership dues. And it comes down to, well, the reason why those are private controlled and why they're closed is because they have to hire somebody to monitor them, and because they're closed, a person can't monitor them, so they have to remain closed. And the reason why they have to monitor them is because of irresponsible people with dogs and drinking teenagers and blah blah blah. And at face value, it was just someone who made a mistake, who said exactly where she took the picture, knowing full well that the place is closed. And that, she was breaking the rules. But if she was truly wanting to identify this animal, she could have said she took it anywhere outside of the Audubon area and said, oh, I took this picture and it was in this city. No big deal. By putting it in the Audubon Society preserve area, she created a dialogue where they can defend the idea of closing the site, defend the idea of continuing to charge members and keeping it closed and giving a reason why it's closed. And so in the future, they can justify not reimbursing their members. It just seemed like a whole big, because honestly, it looked like, on face value, looked like an innocent mistake. But as you look into it, you see either this person was totally clueless by stating on a very popular Facebook group that she was breaking the rules. But no, someone who's breaking the rules doesn't, even those who know they're breaking the rules and kind of shy about it, they don't just outwardly admit it. They say something outside. They know how to couch their lies. I mean, a little bit of investigation would have probably illuminated it, but no one would investigate because it seemed innocent enough. But no, they went out and out, created a dialogue, proved the point that, Audubon Society is closed, you shouldn't be there, and the reason why it's closed is because it's a privately owned land, and it can be privately owned because they have to pay to have it monitored, but they can't pay monitors, blah blah blah. So it really created its own dialogue just from this one little picture of a mistaken identity of a mink. And no one who knows their animals would identify a mink as a fisher cat. A fisher cat is 10 times bigger. But that's also, a fisher cat is not a cat, it's a fisher, but that's another debate entirely. Just trying to say is that when you're presented something, and watch what the information you're being fed, because it might seem like an innocent mistake and someone brings up a good point, but they might be guiding you down a gilded path. They may have presented the evidence and presented the conclusion, and the whole idea is they wanted to get you to reach that conclusion, and that's why they created the evidence. Everything we do seems like They're continuing to guide us on the path they want us to follow because they're so out of control right now. And if you can just continue on the middle path of total compassion, don't support the argument of attacking somebody, don't support the common enemy, keep your eyes open, your ears open, your mind open, and listen to everyone with total compassion, because all the answers are going to be easily found for those who listen and those who watch. Because the watchers and the listeners, we're going to be the ones with all the information. And the talkers and the complainers and the whiners, well, they're going to be stuck behind. Because there are two kinds of people. People who complain and just stick their heels and say this is impossible, and those who find a path forward. And the ones who find a path forward need to look at all aspects of the question. So again, keep your eyes open, your ears open, your heart open. Always be compassionate, always be kind. What's next?